everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In today's video, I will be showing how I converted an SVG to a rhinestone template so that I could create this really cute shirt. For this project, I will be using Silhouette Studio Business Edition. Come on, let's get started. For this project, you're going to need rhinestone flock. I purchased this from Heat Transfer Warehouse. You're going to need rhinestone transfer tape. I purchased this from Amazon. You're going to need rhinestones, and I purchased these rhinestones from the baby's booty, and I purchased these rhinestones from Amazon. You're going to need a rhinestone picker tool. You're going to need a brush to brush your rhinestones in. And this is an edge brush that you can get from Amazon, Home Depot, or Lowe's. And also a shirt of your choice. I purchased this shirt from Michael's. I will leave a link of all of these items in the description box below. So here I am in Silhouette Studio. I already have the image of my choice on the canvas. I purchased this image from Coco Twins last year on her website. I will leave the link in the description box below. The first thing I'm going to do is size the image for this project. I'm going to size the image to 10 inches. To do this, I'm going to select the image, go to the top menu bar, and lock the aspect ratio. And then in the width, I'm going to type 10.0 and hit enter. So now we have an image that is 10 inches wide and 12.682 in height. My image has several layers with light colors. So the next thing I'm going to do is group all the light colors together. So I'm going to ungroup the image by selecting the image, right click and ungroup. Then I'm going to select the red layer in her hair. I'm going to hold down my shift key, select the red in her lips, and then select holding down my shift key still, select the red in her shirt. Release my shift key, right click and group. And then I'm going to move this layer out of the way. All of my other layers have only one color, and so I'm going to move them out of the way as well. So now we have 4 layers. We have the red layer, a brown layer, a gold layer, and a black layer. Here I have all of my layers separated. Remember, once you separate your layers, you cannot resize them. If you resize them, they will not fit when you try to layer them back together. Now I'm going to begin converting my layers to rhinestones. To convert to rhinestones, I'm going to open the Rhinestone Panel. The Rhinestone Panel can be located at the bottom of your right toolbar, or you can go to your upper left hand options, select Panel, and select Rhinestones here. So I'm going to open up the Rhinestone Panel. On this panel, there are 4 rhinestones effects. You have none, edge, linear fill, and radial fill. Also, there is your choice of rhinestone sizes. You have 6SS, 10SS, 16SS, and 20SS. You also have spacing, which is the default is 0.039, but you can change it based on how close or how far apart you want your rhinestones. There's also a freehand option where you can freehand your rhinestone placements. And then you have release rhinestones. This option allows you to ungroup the rhinestone design. And at the bottom here, you have the rhinestone counter. This section lets you know how many rhinestones you will need for your project. So first, I will convert the main layer of this design. So I'm going to select the black layer. I'm going to select SS10, and I'm going to select the linear fill. Next, I'm going to select the red layer. I'm going to select SS10, and I'm going to select the linear fill. Next, I will select the brown layer, select SS10, and select the linear fill. Then I will select the part that belongs to the earrings, select SS10, and select linear fill. Now I'm going to layer them back together so that I can see if any adjustments need to be made to the design. So I have all of my layers converted to rhinestones. I'm going to make some adjustments because I can see that there are some rhinestones that I need to remove because they are laying on top of other rhinestones that's in this design. So let's zoom in so I can show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see in this area here, the rhinestones are laying on top of each other here and in this area here. And I want to remove some of the rhinestones and move some of them around because they are laying on top of each other. To adjust the rhinestones, I'm going to select the area. Then I'm going to select release rhinestones. So I want to adjust the red area first. So I'm going to select the red area. Select the red area. So let's zoom out for a minute. Yep, select the red area. And then I'm going to select release rhinestones. And what this is going to do is it is going to release the rhinestones and it's going to make it all individual circle objects. So as you can see, each rhinestone is its own individual object. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to work in this area right here. And I'm going to delete the rhinestones that are laying on top of each other. And to do this, I am going to select the circle and hit the delete on my keyboard. So I'm going to delete all of the rhinestones that are on top of each other. Then I'm going to move some of the circles so that I can fill in some of the gap that is in here so that I can move these rhinestones over here. So to move the circles, you would just select the circle and then you can use your mouse to move the circle, or you can use the arrow key to move a circle. And so I'm going to move the circles over so that they are not touching other rhinestones. If you want to, you can also add rhinestones. And to add rhinestones, you would just simply select a circle and copy and paste it, and then move it to the place where you want it. For the sake of time, I am going to continue to adjust all of the rhinestones. Excuse me. I'm going to continue to adjust all of the rhinestones. But I'm going to speed that part up, and then I'll slow the video down once I'm finished. So now I've finished making adjustments to my red layer. And so the next thing I need to do is make it a compound path. So to do that, I'm going to zoom back out. And I am going to remove the black layer, the brown layer, and the gold layer, so that I only have the red layer isolated by itself. I'm going to select all of the rhinestones, and I am going to right click and group them. And then I'm going to again right click and make a compound path. What happened? Okay, the color disappeared, so I just went and added the color back. Okay, so now I have one layer again. I'm going to layer it back together. So that I can work on my next color, my next layer. So I'm going to layer it back together so that I can work on making the adjustments to my next layer. And again, for the sake of time, I will speed up the video so I can complete all the adjustments. I'll be back when all of the adjustments are done. Now that I have all the adjustments done, the next thing I have to do is save the rhinestone design as an SVG so that I can upload it into Cricut Design Space and cut it. To save the file as an SVG, I'm going to select all the layers, and I'm going to right click and group them. Once the design is grouped, then I'm going to go to the upper left hand, and I'm going to, while the design is selected, I'm going to go to File in the upper left hand. I'm going to go to Save As, save selection. And then I'm going to go to save to hard drive. Here, I'm going to name my file. And so I'm going to name my file Her Story, because that's the name of the image, _ Rhinestone file. And I'm going to change the save as type to SVG. And then I'm going to hit OK. To upload into Cricut, I will open Cricut. I will go to Upload, Upload Image, Browse. I will find the design. I'm going to find and select my SVG and click OK. The image will come in as a cut image. I will select Upload. On my recent uploads, I will select the image and I will add it to the canvas. So it's processing all of the rhinestones so it can upload. So now it's on the canvas. Once the rhinestone design has been uploaded into Design Space, you want to make sure that the rhinestone design is the correct size. According to Silhouette Studio, the design should be 10.102 inches in width and 12.667 in height. So here in Cricut Design Space, we're going to check the size of the design. And according to Cricut Design Space, the design uploaded at 10.102, which is correct, and the height is 12.667. So the design uploaded in the correct width and height. So once it's sized to the correct size, then you want to go to Make It. In the upper right hand corner, the green button, click Make It. So here, we're not going to, so on this screen, we're not going to make any changes. This is our matte screen, and it's showing that we have 4 mattes. And so we're not going to do anything on this screen. We're going to select Continue. On this screen, I will select my material settings and cut the template. If you want to know the settings for my rhinestone flock material, check out my video, How to Create a Rhinestone T-shirt. I will leave the link in the description below. I will be back when this design finished cutting, and I will get my stones brushed in. Here I am at my heat press, and I have the heat press set for 350 degrees for 12 seconds. I've already prepped the shirt by pre-pressing it to get the moisture out. I've also lint rolled the shirt to remove any lint particles. So now I'm going to layer the rhinestone design onto the shirt. So I'm gonna put down my first layer. when you put your design down, you want your design to be about 3 inches from the top of the shirt, and you want to make sure that your design is centered. So once you check to make sure everything is okay, then you can press your shirt. So I'm okay with where this design is, and so I'm going to press the shirt for 350 at 12 seconds. So it's a warm peel, so I can peel it now. So now I'm going to add the second layer. So now I'm going to add the second layer. And with the second layer, you just want to make sure that the rhinestones fit within the first layer without overlapping or touching any of the other rhinestones, because you don't want to press your design with rhinestones touching. So if you press them with rhinestones on top of each other, then the rhinestones won't stick. So you want to make sure that when you layer it, that you layer it so that none of the rhinestones touch each other. And you may have to do like some manipulation and pulling of your shirt just to make sure that the rhinestones lay down where you want them to. I have a rhinestone that's flipped over. I'll get that over. So once you're satisfied with where your rhinestones are laying, then you can press your shirt. Then you can press the second layer. I'm satisfied with the way that looks, and so I'm going to press the second layer. I'm going to peel it back again. And so I'm just going to repeat the step by pressing all of the layers in. And I'm just, as I'm layering them in, I'm just making sure that none of the rhinestones are going to be layered on top of any of the other rhinestones. And while you're doing this, you want to be careful as well, because you don't want to lift any of the rhinestones off of the transfer. But you can use your fingers to kind of move the stones around a little bit to give you a little room. And again, you can stretch your shirt a little bit so that you can get the stones in the place that you want it to be in. And so that's all I'm doing here, is stretching the shirt so that I can get the stones in the place that I want them in. And now I'm satisfied with where those stones are laying. I'm going to cover up the exposed stones with parchment, with my Teflon sheet, and then I'm going to press that layer for 12 seconds. peel that off. I had a couple of stones that didn't stick. I'll fix those later. And now for the final layer. You just want to make sure that this layer goes in as well without touching any of the other stones. Once you're satisfied with the placement, cover your design up with your Teflon sheet and press. And that is your converted SVG into a rhinestone template. What do you think, guys? I think it came out nice. I have a few stones that I need to put in. But overall, I like it. I like it. Alright guys, that's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.